So in this video, we're going to talk about the measures of central tendency. What are the measures of central tendency? We have them as the mean, mode, median, mid-range. So these words, they measure the center of my data. They tell me indication about the central distribution of my data. So if we took the test scores for 9 students, what can you say about the measures of central tendency for these scores? So we're going to start first talking about the mean or the average. How do we define the mean? The mean is the numerical average of my data set. It's found by adding all the values in that set, then dividing the sum by the number of values. So let's get back to my data or the test scores we have. If we want to find the mean, we need to add all the values. In our case, we have 9 values, so the sum is 783. Then we're going to divide 783 by 9. Therefore, the mean is 87. If we're trying to find the median, first, what's the median? It's the middle number. But be careful, first we need to arrange the numbers from least to greatest. And then we need to find the middle number. But to find the middle number, if we have odd number of data, we choose the middle number. If we have even number of data, we take the average of the middle two numbers. So we need to arrange the test scores from least to greatest. Now we have 9 items, so we're just gonna go ahead and look for the middle number, which in our case here is 88, therefore the median is 88. Mode is the most frequent data. Some data have no mode, or one mode, we call them unimodal, or two modes, bimodal. And we can have more than 2 modes as well. So what's the mode back in our data? Now, by the way, we don't have to arrange the values from least to greatest in finding the mode. We just have to look for the most frequent data. In our case here is 97, therefore the mode is 97. Now for the mid-range, we need the highest value and the lowest value, and we're going to take the average of these two. So the lowest value in our case here is 63, and the highest value is 100. Therefore, the mid-range is 100 plus 63 divided by 2, that's 81.5. Let's take another example. So we have a set of data, and we need to find the mean, median, mode, and range for this data. First, let's find the mean, and we're going to introduce a new symbol. So what does that mean? So this is a symbol for the mean, which is equal to the sum of all the values divided by how many values do we have. So in our case here, the mean is, we have 8 values, so n is 8, and their sum is 30. So the mean is 3.75. Now we're in the same example. We need to find the median, so we need to arrange the numbers from least to greatest. Now keep in mind we have 8 numbers, so we're going to take the average of the middle two. So the median is 3. Now for the mode, I noticed that 2 is the most frequent, so the mode is 2. Now for the mid-range, we need the highest and the lowest, and we're gonna take the average of these two. So the mid-range is 4.5. Another set of values, we need to find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. First of all, the mean, we're gonna add them and divide by how many numbers do we have. So the mean is 4.89. Now for the median, we need to arrange them in order. We have 9 numbers, so we're just going to take the middle number. So the median is 4. For the mode, I noticed that 2 and 4 are the most frequent numbers and they occur the same, so the modes are 2 and 4. Now for the mid-range, we have the highest is 10 and the lowest is 1, and we're going to take the average of 10 and 1, which is 10 plus 1 over 2. Therefore, the mid-range is 11 over 2, which is 5.5. If we have a frequency distribution table, we can still find the mean, but we have a formula for that. We need to multiply each data by the corresponding frequency, and we need to take the sum, and we're going to divide that sum by the sum of all frequencies. So we have a table for the frequency distribution for the age of maximum yearly growth for 35 girls, and we need to find the mean, the mode, the median, the mid-range for this table. So first, let's try to find the mean. So to find the mean, we're going to multiply each data by the frequency. So 10 times 1 is 10, 11 times 2 22, 12 times 5 is 60, 13 times 7 is 91, 14 times 9 is 126, 15 times 6 is 90, 16 times 3 is 48, 17 times 1 is 17, and 18 times 1 is 18. The sum of all frequencies is 35, and the sum of all the product of my data multiplied by the corresponding frequency is 482. Therefore, the mean is 482 divided by 35. And here we get non-terminating decimals, so we're going to round it to 2 decimal places. Therefore, the mean is 13.77. Now, the mode is 14 also because it has the highest frequency, and the median, we have 35 items or values. So we're going to take the middle number, which has happened in our case here is also 14. The mid-range is 18 plus 10 over 2, that's 14 as well. In this table here, we're only going to find the mean. So we're going to multiply each data by the corresponding frequency. So 0 times 2 is 0, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 12 is 36, 4 times 16 is 64, and 5 times 18 is 90, 6 times 13 is 78, 7 times 31 is 217, and 8 times 26 is 208. The sum of frequencies is 122, and the sum of all the data multiplied by the frequency is 700. Therefore, the mean is 700 over 122. The mean is for this distribution table is 5.74.